Step into the vibe, oh yeah. Feel the rhythm rise high. We're living life, let's fly off tap life. Sky's the limit, no shy. Off tap life.
WWE Survivor Series just happened, and personally, I thought it was awesome. And I thought it was awesome because I have my own thoughts and feelings about things that happen in life. I'm not a sheep. I make my own decisions. I don't go with what the trend is and what everyone else is saying. If I enjoy something, I'm going to let you know I enjoy it. And if I don't, I'm going to also let that be known as well. But I'm going to tell you right now, I personally thought Survivor Series was awesome. I enjoyed it. I thought it had just enough of a little bit of everything to give you a nice, just premium live event, right? I mean, look, and I'm going to tell you, I'm a huge Brock Lesnar fan, so seeing Brock Lesnar just come and destroy everything is always a treat to me. I love it. He wreaks havoc. I enjoy. I love it. He's the beast incarnate. He is awesome, and I love seeing him do what he does. This has also been, a whole John Cena last time is now, type of, season, right? Because this is his last year. And so his last PLE with Dominic Mysterio, I thought it was great. I enjoyed it. Dom is awesome. Dom is a future freaking main event star of WWE. He's going to be around. He's going to be one of the main faces of WWE. It's happening. People love him. People are responsive. And, I'm telling you right now, this match will absolutely go down as one of those matches that help to kind of be the launching pad, if you will. This is like, it's already started, but this is like, okay, so from the moment that he had this John Cena match, which John Cena wants the new and up-and-comers, the generation of tomorrow, the future wrestlers. He wants those showcase. He wants them to right now have that limelight, and he wants to be part of that. He wants to help. That's why the tournament that's going on now, who's going to be the last person to actually have a match with John Cena at Saturday night's main event, which is now just a couple weeks away or something? Like, I can't believe how quickly this year has gone. But anyways, Dominic Mysterio, he's on his way already as well. He's going to be one of those people. And this was a rub right here from John Cena. It was, even though Dom had to lie, cheat, steal, and get the help of the other Judgment Day members to win. We all know what's going on here. This is a moment. Dom is going to be one of WWE's mainstays, and I'm happy to see that this event went the way it did, because there was a possibility that John Cena would have walked away with the Intercontinental title still, which I thought might have happened, and that would have kind of sucked, right? But it would have been okay, too, because we know then definitely Saturday night's main event, whoever he ended up wrestling was going to end up getting the title, right? So either way, it worked. It works out in the end because someone is getting the rub from John. And this is now a kind of a double rub, if you will, because now that Dom won this and then whoever beats Cena at the last match, they're all in good standing. They're going to get the rub. They're going to get that little extra So I love it. Nikki Bella freaking was in a match with Stephanie Vaquer. And guys, personally, again, I just like seeing the veterans coming back and helping the new generation get some love, get some limelight. Nikki laid down, this is something she's wanted to do. It's been discussed. She wanted to help make Stephanie Vaquer look better, to help elevate her stock. And that's exactly what happened. And guys, it is what it is. And I think this is great. I love seeing Nikki back personally. I'm a fan. I love Nikki Bella, and I hope that her sister Brie comes back as well. Let's get the Bella twins back. Let's get them together, helping to put over some other new tag teams and stuff. Let's help make the women's division even better than it already is. Because personally, I think that there's so much talent there. It is super awesome. It is great. So letting the vets come back, you got AJ Lee there now, like getting those guys back and helping them be part of this movement. It's like rebirthing the women's generation, the evolution all over again. I love it. It's awesome to see. The women's War Games match, that being said, also complemented that, furthered that movement. To me, it was awesome because you had some of the greatest women's wrestlers of all time. These superstars went and they gave it their all, like they always do. And you can tell that these are, again, a lot of the future, the next generation superstars, the faces of WWE. They're living now. And they're intermingling, they're intertwining with current, the big faces, right? Like you've got Charlotte Flair. She's the biggest of all time, arguably, 14-time women's champ. She's like a legit legend, future Hall of Famer without a shadow of a doubt, right? Everybody knows Charlotte Flair is legit. You had AJ Lee in there, another freaking just name that is, you if you ain't heard of AJ Lee, I don't know if you are really considered a wrestling fan. No offense. I mean, but then you also had legends that are, they're still have life left in their careers, but they've already really cemented themselves and established themselves. Asuka, right? Asuka, huge, awesome. Freaking, you've got Becky Lynch, arguably maybe the best or greatest women's superstar kind of right now in terms of, worldwide appeal, if you will. You know what I mean? Even though she's a heel now, she's kind of, making people hate her, but that's intentional. That's by design. She's a heel. But, you have that, and then you see someone like Lash Legend. You see her coming. And by the way, Nia Jax also, she's been in the game for a minute. She's doing great things. It's great, this next run that, when she was let go and then ever since she's come back, she's been fantastic. She's been freaking just really awesome, and I love to see it. And giving people like Lash Legend, giving them that opportunity, to get that call up, which she's only just gotten, and to be able to perform at the highest level with these legends, with these, greats. Alexa Bliss, how can I forget? I love Alexa so much. She is actually one of my favorites of all time. Absolutely love her. Again, you've got these superstar established vets who have just come, and really have been able to enhance the women's division with their returns, enhance the women's division by helping the newcomers to give them a little bit of a shine, to give them some rub. Like Lash looked awesome. She came in there and she's just destroying people. She's like, throwing Alexa around like she's a rag doll, like she's Lily. So it's good to see this stuff. This is positive. There's a lot of positivity in these shows and these events. Some people like to nitpick too much. They're just too I didn't like, come on, dude, enjoy the shows. It just let it be for what it is. Stop taking it way too freaking serious. Kind of just, sometimes there's going to be some shows that resonate more than others with people. There's going to be some shows that maybe have something, because we all have our favorite wrestlers. That's one part of it. We all have our favorites. We all have people that we love to see, and some wrestlers that we don't like to see. Like, for example, Logan Paul. There's some people who don't like Logan Paul because they think he's, all these negative things. Personally, I like Logan Paul. I think Logan's awesome. And I'm not a sheep, so I don't just go with the trend of other people saying they hate someone or they don't like someone. And I'm not going to just follow suit and be like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to say it too because that's the popular consensus. No, I think he's awesome. I think he's very talented. I think he's got so much potential to really add to WWE as well. He can really carve his own path in WWE as well. He can be part of, again, the new generation, new faces that are running the places. You know what I'm saying? So I loved it. The men's War Games match, speaking of which, had Logan Paul in it. It was awesome. You had Braun Breaker again, another future great, another freaking awesome future. Just, he's going to do great things, right? Like, you know that, right? He is again, like Dom, they're the faces that are going to be the main faces. They're going to be the future John Cena's and the future Randy Orton's and things like that. You're seeing it now. You're experiencing it. You're seeing it. This is the birth of all this future greatness right here. It's the early days. If you remember the first time that you watched Roman Reigns and all these guys finally, get their wings and start to fly, and you were there at the early days. This is what this is. You're witnessing it right now. I'm telling you without a fact, these are the guys. CM Punk being able to come back finally home to WWE and do what he does, it's been so awesome to see, because personally, again, CM Punk, my favorite. I love CM Punk. I love Brock Lesnar. These are my two favorites of all time. But I got to tell you guys, like, at the end of the day, seeing CM Punk come back home, he should have never left in the first place, right? Like, I mean, we understand that these things happen. People have disagreements, things go on and stuff. But man, when he left, that really was so heartbreaking for so many wrestling fans to see him finally back home where he belongs and doing great things. And now he's a champion. That's awesome. So you had Cody Rhodes, again, another just awesome talent who's just got his wings, and he came back. He finished his story. He's doing great things. You look at the people in this match. Roman Reigns himself. Okay, you've got Roman Reigns. Throw your ones in the air. He is a freaking future Hall of Famer. I'll shout out. He is incredible. He is the guy right now. He is the one. He is the man. He is the one who is absolutely running on all cylinders. And unfortunately, like all of our favorites, the time comes where they become part-timers. They start pursuing other pursuits in life, and Hollywood is a likely place where a lot of these guys end up. And then, unfortunately, they get to Hollywood fame, and we end up missing people like The Rock. This happens, right? And now John Cena is exiting, and, it's just kind of one of those things. And Roman Reigns will soon... we'll see him even less and less, unfortunately, which is sad, right? But this is just how it happens. And that is why it's so important that we're investing into the future. And you can see it happening. We have the future before your eyes. So this is great. Enjoy these moments, guys. Enjoy these moments. This is my point. Enjoy these moments. Take them for what they are, right? Because these are special moments. This is the times where you're going to be able to see the past greats and the future greats, or I should say present greats, because they're still here. So with the present greats and the future greats all together right now, this is those moments that, remember, one day you're going to be like, oh man, it'd be great if we could see Braun Breaker and Roman Reigns go at it, right? Because it's going to happen. One day you're going to, when Braun Breaker's the face, and then you'd be like, man, it'd be cool. Wouldn't that be an awesome WrestleMania? If, it's so enjoy these moments, because you're getting it right now. Is my point. You're getting these special, awesome matchups. Drew McIntyre, the Usos. I mean, Bronson Reed. You've got some awesome people, man. This was so awesome. This whole freaking. It was like, to me, this was a star-studded event. Like, you had the biggest names, the past, present, future of WWE's Who's It. They were all in the Survivor Series, and it was awesome to see. And look, yeah, if you want to be nitpicky and you want to find something to complain about, and you want to find something to be like, oh, when you mean, oh, for sure, you could find something to do that. Sure, why not? You could do that. Or you could just choose to just enjoy what you've got and just find the positives and find the enjoyment factor and appreciate what we're getting. Because like I said, we're getting the future and the past and the present all right now. And it's awesome, right? I mean, do you guys know the names of the people who were part of this whole event? Like, look at these names. Look at these names. This is not some, freaking weak card. This is the top. This is the best of the best. Like, the only thing I will say, and this is personally just, I understand why it happened and played out how it did, but I would have personally liked the masked person to have been revealed. Now, we all have our theories on who we think it is, and everyone seems to think it's Austin Theory. I personally thought it was Austin Theory too. You know, there were some people who were saying they thought it was Jericho, or they thought it was what's the other one? They said Randy Orton, and I'm like, dude, first of all, that guy moved up and over the fence, the gate thing, the structure. He climbed it really quick. You know, I don't think that Randy Orton or Jericho could have climbed over and got into there that quick. I don't think they could have. I think they would have taken a little bit more time. You know, that's my personal opinion. I think they would have been a little bit slower at getting up there. This guy was just kind of like Spider-Man. So I just, I think we're going to see that on Raw. I think we're going to get the reveal. And I think we're also going to have some other cool things because Triple H said it's going to be epic. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be great. So we'll see. He kind of uses those words often. And sometimes, it's just a good show. And there's nothing wrong with just having a good show and using words like great and awesome and epic and whatever to describe what you know is going to be a good show. But unfortunately, some people take that and they take it running and they're like expecting, oh my gosh, Stone Cold Steve Austin's going to return and be there. That's the kind of mentality people have. Their expectations are too. And that's the problem. It's kind of a little bit freaking Triple H's fault, because what happened is, when you guys remember the very, what was this? Wasn't it Survivor Series that Punk returned? Right? That's huge. So you started thinking, like, we're going to have these huge surprises, these huge returns. It's going to be awesome. Like, I can't wait. Who we're going to get, And, I'm going to make a separate video about this particular one thing, but this was the last kind of opportunity I felt where they could have did it and played it into a story. And now I don't see it happening for Saturday night's main event. I've been waiting and really hoping for The Rock to come back and just give one freaking just epic kind of tie the story together that he started, with Cena, with Cody. Like, freaking, it would have been nice for The Rock to show his presence and kind of tie up the story and be part of this whole Cena's last time is now movement thing before he retires, his whole retirement thing, because at the end of the day, The Rock has also been a big part of John Cena. As a matter of fact, one of the most epic WrestleMania matches of all time, The Rock and Cena, right? Like, it's kind of one of those situations where it's sad to know that we aren't going to get The Rock to kind of tie the storyline together, to be part of it. And, geez, you just would think The Rock would have wanted to somehow make his presence felt as part of this, send-off for one of the greatest of all time, John Cena. So I'm going to make a separate video on that because I really feel like it just needs to be talked about a little bit more. It's really sad that things have kind of played out the way they have with the whole Rock and the whole storyline and all that. But it is what it is. At the end of the day, guys, you got to just stop taking wrestling so too serious. It's fun to have your favorites. It's fun to have your opinions and your thoughts. And it's also fun. Like, you're okay. You can dislike something. You can have your own opinion about things. But I feel like a lot of for some reason, it just feels like everyone waits to see certain people, what they're going to say about the show, and then they give their opinion. And there's a lot of different wrestling channels that, are out there voicing their opinions, giving their thoughts and this and that and whatever. And there's a couple that I really believe they're genuine when they talk about what the show is like, because they're like me. They're just huge wrestling fans, and they just absolutely form their own opinion, and they don't base it on what the other wrestling people who are in the scene are kind of saying, right? Because I feel some people, I swear, they are mimicking word for word exactly what some other people are saying. And I feel like they are just waiting to see what they say. And then they go, okay, that's the way we need to go. That's the direction we need to go. And that's how I feel. Now, it's just an opinion. Maybe this is a hot take. I don't know. But it's just my opinion, right? If you're not doing that, good for you. And yeah, but I just feel like some people aren't genuine in how they really feel about these events and different shows and stuff, because I've seen people, you've got someone rating it, like the majority of people rank it like freaking, not this particular event, but I'm just saying in general, like they might rate something like a freaking, oh my gosh, it was a 9 out of 10 or something, it was A++, or something. So you got a couple people who are like totally hating, saying this is the worst show ever. And it's like, how did you come up with that when everyone else is saying something completely different? Now, here's the thing. Again, maybe who's right in this scenario? Who's actually the sheep and who's actually the leader, actually standing up and saying exactly how they feel? Or maybe everyone is. Maybe everyone is speaking their truth, and maybe there's literally nothing wrong with anyone's opinion and what they're saying, even though I do know a particular person who, if you say that something is great and in their opinion it's not, then they think that, oh, you just this freaking international, the freaking IWC, the community, they don't know what they're talking about. How can you think that was great? And they put the people down for actually enjoying a show. At the end of the day, you should be able to enjoy it. And you can not enjoy it if you don't want to, but don't put other people down because they enjoy it just because you think it wasn't enjoyable. And vice versa. If you thought it was crap and other people thought it was great, but you didn't, and the other side of that, look, let people have their opinions. It's fine. You can have your opinions, but make sure they're your opinions and not the opinions of the popular consensus. Don't be a freaking sheep. Speak your true voice. Let it be heard. If you really, really enjoy something, just say it. Don't be afraid of ridicule or a particular person putting you down for having that opinion. Or persons, but there's one in particular. We all know who that is. We're not going to say it out loud, but we all know, because I'm not here to name shame anybody. I just think that we all need to be supportive and let people enjoy wrestling and not be afraid to speak our truth and just say what we really feel. If you enjoy it, great. If you didn't enjoy it, that's okay too, but stop being so freaking serious, taking it too serious. Some people are just nitpicking a lot of times. It's like, dude, what do you want? You can't keep anyone completely happy. They're just completely always going to find something to complain about, And I'm saying, just take it for what it is. Enjoy it for what it is, man. This is just like life, right? Some people take it way too serious. Like, go with the flow and just enjoy it. Just let it be what it is. You know what I'm saying? You can have your opinions, but overall, kind of, the hate. Some people just take it to an extreme where it becomes borderline hate. Like, you can feel them just totally hating on you for wanting to. Like, me saying this when everyone else is out going, oh, it's horrible. It was not great. It was this and that. This is the kind of thing where they're like, oh, man, I can't believe she's like that, blah, blah, blah. Like, dude, at the end of the day, I'm going to tell you exactly how I feel. And you can like it or dislike it or whatever, but I'm keeping it 100. This is my truth. This is my feeling. I enjoyed freaking Survivor Series. I thought it was dope. I thought it was awesome. And I think that a lot of people agree with me who don't have a microphone, right? It's the reality. A lot of fans enjoyed it. That's the reality. You might get people who didn't enjoy it, and that's okay. You're going to get people who thought it was mediocre or in the middle or very mid, and that's okay. But there's a lot of people who have no voice, who aren't posting on social media, who aren't freaking YouTubers, who aren't commentators or journalists or whatever, who have no agenda except to just be entertained and just to have a good time out with their family, with their friends, or whatever the case may be. And they are just there for the moment, and they're not overthinking it, and they're not being overcritical. They just want to be there and have a good time, have some popcorn, maybe a hot dog with some ketchup, some mustard, and just freaking enjoy their favorite wrestlers doing what they do, right? You know what I'm saying? There's two sides to look. You can look at it any way you want. It's all about perception and perspective at the end of the day. But I'm not a sheep. I enjoyed it. It was awesome. 5 out of 5. Take it And that's what I'm saying. But I didn't like the fact that they didn't do the reveal, but that's just because I'm just impatient. But we'll get it tonight. We'll find out who the masked person was on Raw tonight. I'm sure of that. So anyways, guys, thank you for tuning in. That was my opinion, my review of Survivor Series and my thoughts about the whole thing. I thought it was awesome. It was just exactly what you thought it would be, really, if you think about it, because you had so many greats there. And yeah, if you like what you like, then you like what you like. And if you don't like what you don't like, then I guess you don't like what you don't like. Okay, good talk. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. As always, remember what wonderful is. Keep it off tap, out.
We gotta get out of here! I'll catch you guys later for another blow!